I am pleased to inform you that the truth behind the attempted murder by Dr. Marc Lockhart has been unveiled to the government of the Cayman Islands. My name is Lavelle Marriott. How are you today, guys? Well, you must have heard the news by now that Dr. Marc Lockhart has resigned from chairman of the board of the mental health department in the Georgetown Hospital. And the question is, why did Dr. Lockhart resign from his position? Because he's very much aware of the fact that he misdiagnosed attempt to murder Lavelle Marriott. And the government of the Cayman Islands is completely aware of that. Now, I've asked a simple question recently to the government. Honorable Wayne Panton, does Dr. Lockhart has a mental illness? Can Dr. Lockhart operate as a doctor without taking antidepressant? And if that is true, is that right to have such person in such capacity in the Cayman Islands in a job like that? So Cayman Islands government is well aware of the fact that Dr. Lockhart is definitely mentally ill. So what did they do? Did they ask him to resign from his position? Because they don't have the guts to step forward to tell Cayman Islands the truth that their dear beloved Dr. Marc Lockhart is mentally ill. You know, I've talked to so many folks in Cayman. So many folks have come up to me and says, Lavelle, Dr. Lockhart is a sick man. And they're even aware of it. The public is aware of it. There's so many persons that Dr. Lockhart have misdiagnosed, and it's for lack of a better word to say misdiagnosed. I will say Dr. Lockhart have attempted to murder that has gone to the Georgetown Hospital. The police officer took up a sane person like myself from off the street and brought to the Georgetown Hospital, and Dr. Lockhart see absolutely no symptoms, no sign of a mental illness, yet he diagnosed mad. This is something that this man have been doing over the years, and he's been successful at his job. And he has made millions from his job of what? Slaughtering people's reputation, slaughtering people's life, and ship them to Jamaica and the US. People that are sane, ship them off, claiming money from the government of the Cayman Island that he's treating those persons for a mental illness. The very same thing that Dr. Lockhart tried to do to me. But God intercepted and prove and show the Cayman Islands the deeds and the evil of this man, Dr. Marc Lockhart. And they're still trying to cover this man evil. But it's impossible. It is impossible. God blocked it from coming to Lavelle Marriott. So you and the world will know the truth. And there is nothing on this earth, under the earth, above the earth, around the earth, that you, Mr. Government, or the Cayman Islands, can do to stop the unveiling of the truth about Dr. Lockhart. Nothing. Nothing. Absolutely nothing you can do. So I pity you. I pity your effort. I pity your effort because you are powerless. I pity your effort. Nothing you can do. So try to have a meeting with Dr. Lockhart after he has resigned to say the government had a meeting with the government. Why would you have a meeting with someone after they have resigned a position to talk about their frustration? Why won't Dr. Lockhart be frustrated? Why won't he be frustrated? I've been in a protest against him for the last 5 years. Why won't he be frustrated about something like that? He knew what he has done to me. And you are still trying to refuse to release justice. That makes him frustrated. It has absolutely nothing to do with the mental health facility. Because the money that he's getting, sending off the patients to Jamaica and America, it's just trying to use his little tricks against you to say, oh, he has to send patients off to the US. Because I addressed the matter, that is exactly what he has been doing for donkey years. That's how he stripped the government of monies. That's how he load his pockets. That's how he slaughter people. By sending them. They brought me to the mental health for standing on the Linford Pearson Highway in a protest. On the lawn, on the grass, in a protest. And the police came up behind me and grabbed me and brought me to the Georgetown Hospital, claiming that I have a mental illness for standing in my legal rights. Wait. Wrote the governor of the Cayman Islands before that I will be in a protest on Linford Pearson Highway seeking justice. And I stood on the lawn with my plaques before me in a protest. Up till day number 3, the police came and they stood aside because I informed the governor of the Cayman Islands that I was going to be in a protest. One police officer came and he said, what is going on here? And he believed that he is the Don Gorgon. So he picked up his phone and he called. And all of a sudden, the police came out from the ones that were standing there, came out and walked up behind me and grabbed me and brought me to the mental health. When they brought me to the mental health, I checked in myself. I gave them my name, my address, and all the details about me. How does a person with a mental health problem gives the details about themselves? When I went to the emergency ward along with the 2 police officers, they can bear witness that it was I, Lovell Marriott, who gave them all the details about myself. My 2 children, 2 adults, contact every police station in the Cayman Islands to ask, where is my mother? Where? Because Cayman Mall Road post that I was arrested. I wasn't arrested. They brought me to the mental health. This was minutes to 8 o'clock in the morning. They brought me to the mental health. My daughter called the commissioner police office. They called everywhere and no one knows my whereabouts. 10 minutes to 5 o'clock, Dr. Bernard called my daughter to say, your mother is here at the mental health. She was excited. She was happy. She was overwhelmed. Oh, we are coming. Oh, Dr. Bernard response was, you will not see me when you get here because I'm on my way out. My 2 daughters got to the door. Dr. Bernard was walking through the door. Don't you have cameras? They talk to Dr. Bernard, and Dr. Bernard says, sorry, come back and see us tomorrow. We are sending your mother off to Jamaica, to a mental health facility. Imbaganda Yabo Sotoba, Ruba Katama Saba. We are sending your mother off to a mental health facility in Jamaica. Why? What do you mean you're sending mommy off to the mental health facility in Jamaica? What did she do? She was in a protest. She is afraid of the staff here. My daughter says, she's sleeping. How is she afraid of the staff? How do you know? She's afraid of the staff here. Dr. Cummins, Courtney Cummins, is the one who signed the documents to have me sent off to a mental health facility in Jamaica. My daughter says, okay, they present documents. Remember, I wrote the governor to say that I was going to be in a protest. I was in a protest up until 3 days and the bypass of the Linford Pearson Highway. They brought me there. Listen to me carefully. Where is the mental illness to have sent me off to provide documents and have NAU approve insurance to have me get on the flight Monday coming? They present documents to have my daughter sign. My daughter says, no, we will not sign documents for our mother to go off to a mental health facility. What is wrong with her? Where is the mental health problem? We won't sign it. Dr. Courtney Cummins, who never saw me, never met with me, never examined me, approve the documents. Dr. Courtney Cummins signed the documents, and everything was ready. Nurse was assigned to take me off to Jamaica. They asked for my passport. Listen, my daughter was overwhelmed. She says, well, let me speak to Dr. Cummins because I know him personally. We attend the same church. Dr. Cummins says, no meeting with my daughters. The decision is already made. And as a matter of fact, we do not need your signature to have your mother sent to a mental health facility in Jamaica. Where is the mental health problem? Protest is my rights. And I was standing in a protest with a placard. I wrote a letter to the governor of the Cayman Islands, informed the governor that I was going to be in a protest. So where is the mental health problem? Manga laba daba daba shuka dabasa ruba taboko tabasapa. A nurse came in that night, and the nurse said to me, I have been a nurse for over 25 years, and you do not have a mental illness problem. He said, you see this medication? I may lose my job for not giving this to you, but I refuse to give you the full dose of this medication. Yes? And she withheld the medication. That was a female nurse. A male nurse took over the shift, and he gave me the full dose, handed it to me to take. And I says, what happened? Why I'm getting so much now and whatever. And the nurse, they had their conversation, and the nurse said, I withhold some of the medication. She said to me, contact the Mental Health Commission. That's the only way that can stop you from leaving Monday to go off to a mental health facility in Jamaica. I walked back to the room, pick up pen and paper, wrote a letter myself with my fingers, wrote a letter with my hands, and have my daughter said, rush to the Mental Health Commission at the government building and hand this to them so that they will consider my plea. And they did. Let me back up a minute. It took Dr. Bernard from minutes to 7 when they brought me to the hospital to 5 o'clock to call my children and have them go like the pressure that was placed on my children. You can never repay me for what you have done to my family. No money can repay me. Mandeli baba daba daba rumba kasita laba. No money can replace what the damage that you have done to my family. And I say this. If you think you can mock me, Cayman Compass, and if you think you can mock me, Wayne Panton, hush. If you think you can use me, my life, my family as a mockery, hush. Mandala rubabasa. You think this is a joke? Keep laughing. Go ahead. Have your showdown. Try to cover all your tracks. Keep on doing it. Go ahead. Continue on with your journey. Yeah? So, all that I have just said to you, where is the mental health problem? And why did Dr. Lockhart resign from his position? Because he can never put his head down and go to sleep like I do. He can never have a fulfilled life like I do. Never have the peace that surpasses all understanding that is on my life. Never, ever. So who are you trying to fool? Who are you trying to fool? So guess what? Find the news is the government, did you ask Dr. Lockhart to resign because you found out that he attempted to murder Lovell Marriott at the Georgetown Hospital? And you also found out that Dr. Lockhart has a mental illness. And you don't have enough guts to say it publicly, but you will have enough guts to say it publicly to Cayman and the world, Mr. Wayne Panton. I decree and I declare that you, Wayne Panton, will stand openly in this country, Cayman Islands, and declare to Cayman Islands and the world that Dr. Lockhart has committed an attempted murder against Lovell Marriott. You will speak. You will. Sabrina Turner, you will speak to all international news platform. You will speak. You will declare to them internationally. You will declare to CNN that Dr. Marc Lockhart has attempted to murder Lovell Marriott. It wasn't a misdiagnosis. It was an attempt murder. You will speak. Nothing can stop you from speaking by the power of the blood of Jesus Christ. You must speak. You will speak. You cannot close your mouth. It is impossible. This is yours truly, Lovell Marriott, basking in the rich presence of Almighty God. Straight to yourself. Shalom.